What's up, writers? Welcome back to another episode of Writing Dayton's Anointing. Today, we are going to be continuing our series, continuing the creation of our book together. And I'm just going to teach you guys as I write all the things that I know, one lesson at a time. And obviously, I write too much poetry because that accidentally rhymed. But just to recap, last episode, we had our two main characters stop by to get some water and they got attacked by our first magical beast. So we introduced this magical beast. It is this 20-foot feline bearing its fangs, and it had claws the size of butcher knives. And Drayton is in a bit of trouble. His arm is broken, the Sean is freezing. He doesn't really know what to do, and it's a very pivotal moment in the story. So, this episode, what I want to do is we are going to build up another character because right now we just had them go through trouble. So, because our main character, Drayton, and LaShawn are not really handling the situation the best, this gives us an opportunity to build up another character by having that character save them, which is going to be Wiggins. So we're going to have the audience, we're going to create this perception that Wiggins is extremely strong, stronger than them, at least, and stronger than the audience expected. And it's also going to build the world a bit more through this next scene that we are writing. I'm going to try and keep this short and do this fast because I am actually a bit pressed for time today. So we will have to make this episode relatively short. At least I will do my best to get into a flow state to actually get this done. But this will be another lesson in writing when you don't have a lot of. This will be a lesson in writing when you don't have a lot of time, because that's the situation I'm in right now. So, we want to start off the chapter with an attention getter. At first, we started out with a thought last chapter. I started out with dialogue a lot. I don't think I want to start out with dialogue for this chapter. I think I want to start off with sound effect. Let's see. I almost want to say like, or like, not a whoosh. Um, something. And maybe we'll put in some, yeah. There's probably more ways. There's definitely more ways to spell that, but we'll just go like this. Go boom, tab, enter, tab again. Master Wiggins. Zoom through the air. Like a bolt of lightning. Crash. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it simple for time's sake, and then we can always go back, edit this, make it better, which is I highly recommend. To everyone, honestly. If you're like me, your mind will kind of work on your books in the background, so anything that I need to fix will, well, not anything, but some of the things that I need to fix will come to my mind throughout the day, and I will just casually go back and edit this as I have before, like fixing anointing with saying it with one N instead of two, other grammatical fixes that I've just slowly edited throughout this series. In case any of you guys were crashing out because I wasn't perfectly grammatical. Crash. It's from we can zoom through the air like a bolt of lightning. Crash. Mm. Um, and then italics. Crash. What was that? Thought. I need to get that out of italics. What was that thought? We'll say LaShawn. We'll say Andreaden. We can zoom through the air like a bolt of lightning. Crash. I'll put an exclamation point. What was that? Thought LaShawn and Drayton. Before understanding could reach their minds, the feline hit the floor. The feline. I can't say floor because they're outside. Even before understanding could reach their minds, the feline hit the ground. Just say that. A resounding thud. Quickly followed as its body shook the riverbed or the riverside. Master Biggins zoomed through the air like a bolt of lightning. Crash. What was that? Thought Lawshawn and Drayton. Before understanding could reach their minds, the feline hit the ground. A resounding thud quickly followed as its body shook the riverside. I'm not gonna say as, because followed its body shaking, shaking the riverside. I could use vibrating instead of shaking. It's a resounding thud quickly followed its body shaking. I might leave shaking for now. Its body vibrating the riverside. And then are you okay, my people? Drayton was in shock. Hmm. A resounding thud quickly followed as its body, as a resounding thud quickly followed, its body vibrating the riverside. Are you okay, my people? Drayton. Drayton was in shock. His master usually is strong. Did he have an awakening as well? So even in this, just things I'm doing subconsciously is I'm still pivoting with poetry. I'm keeping the cadence and I'm keeping how I'm transitioning from sentence to sentence in mind as I'm writing. Like, are you okay, my people? Drayton was in shock. Is master usually this strong? I purposely use the word usually to pivot with pupil. Ill usually, right? Pupil usually. Just a little slight use of the same sound. This way, it carries a bit more. So Drayton was in shock. His master usually this strong. Did he have an awakening as well? Um, and then we'll say, I'm okay, but I think my arm is busted. Uh, but I think my arm is busted. Hmm. Get up. Uh, actually, I won't say get up. Stay down and let me take a look. And then I'll give it a little space, and then your arm seems fine to me. Are you sure it's broken? Try to move. Try to move it. A grin of confused fascination came upon Drayton's face. His arm, uh, creature, had snapped. The creature had given him a second. Yeah, I'll say not. Uh, the second elbow creature had created had healed already. Your arm seems fine to me. My brain did that thing where it goes faster than I can type. Your arm seems fine to me. Are you sure it's broken? Try to move it. A grin of confused fascination came upon Drayton's face. The second elbow the creature had created had healed already. Uh, uh, I'm going to say, how is this possible? I was sure. I was sure the bone was exposed. Guess this new power, or the, not this new power. These new powers of mine have their perks. Let's see. A grin of confused fascination came upon Drayton's face. The second elbow the creature had created had healed. How was this possible? I was sure the bone was exposed. I guess these new powers of mine have their perks. Um, how is this possible? I was sure the bone was exposed. I guess these new powers of mine have their perks. And we'll just more. All that matters. Is that you are okay. LaShawn. Well, since his name is also gonna be the start of another sentence or another line. LaShawn was still rooted in place like a tree. Um, Master begins to zoom through the air like a bolt of lightning. Crash. What was that? Thought LaShawn and Drayton. Before understanding could reach their minds, the feline hit the ground. A resounding thud quickly followed, its body vibrating the riverside. Are you okay, my pupil? Drayton was in shock. Is Master usually this strong? Did he have an awakening as well? I'm okay, but I think my arm is busted. Stay down and let me take a look. Your arm seems fine to me. Are you sure it's broken? Try to move it. A grin of confusion, a grin of confused fascination came upon Drayton's face. The second elbow the creature had created had healed. How was this possible? I was sure the bone was exposed. I guess these new powers of mine have their perks. All that matters is that you are okay. Sean was still rooted in place like a tree. Put the word still in here. Sean was still rooted in place like a tree. Um, Rooted in place like a tree. Fear. Um, Fear tethered. Uh, Tethering him to the ground. LaShawn was still rooted in place like a tree. Fear tethering him to the ground. Drayton. Drayton's. Drayton's going to die. To die. going to die. Let's see. So I'm trying my best to kind of make the scene sound seem a bit more dramatic. Like right now, like LaShawn is again in shock of what just happened. Like he folded under the pressure is what we're giving the impression to the audience. He was so dumbfounded on what to do that he didn't understand at all that he was just frozen. And even though the situation is over, at least for the most part, um, at least for the time being, he's still stuck on what's going on what's happened. Uh, um, also, what was that? I'm also gonna go back and I'm gonna get rid of LaShawn in this earlier sentence where I said, "What was that?" I thought LaShawn and Drayton. Uh, I'm just gonna put Drayton, and then yeah, instead and it'll change there to his mind. Before understanding could reach his mind, the feline hit the floor. The feline hit the feline hit the ground. A resounding thud quickly followed its body vibrating the riverside. Are you okay, my people? Okay. Then they have their conversation. And let's see. How is this possible? I was sure the bone was exposed. I guess these new powers of mine have their perks. All that matters is that you're okay. Sean was still rooted in place like a tree, fear tethering him to the ground. Drayton is going to die. Drayton is going to die. Drayton is going to die. His trance gave the beast more than enough time to recover. Its pride was wounded. More, its pride was wounded. Mm. His trance gave the beast more than enough time to recover. Its pride was wounded, but its hunger remained. Uh, it remained. The oldest Mm, I don't know. I kind of want to give it thoughts, but I also don't want to go down that rabbit hole of giving the creatures the ability to talk, because that opens up a whole nother door. And if I do that in the beginning, then it's like all the beasts are gonna be able to talk and have like that level of a thought process. All that matters is that you're okay. Sean was still rooted in place like a tree, fear tethering him to the ground. Drayton is going to die. Drayton is going to die. Drayton is going to die. His trance gave the beast more than enough time to recover. Its pride was wounded, but its hunger remained. And then I'm going to end with another cliffhanger because we have to go and I don't have that much time. Um, with maybe not with one swift motion. I feel like I already used that. Um, hmm. His trance gave the beast more than enough time to recover. Its pride was wounded, but its hunger remained. It knew easy prey when it was when it was within sight. LaShawn. LaShawn's proximity made him more than proximity made him more than easy pickings. Hmm. More than easy pickings. It lied there. It lied on its side. It lied on its stomach. Well, no, on its and waited for an opportunity. Easy pickings. Um, let's go back. I don't want to say it lied on its side. I'm gonna say lying on its side. Lying on its side. All it needed was a moment of opportunity. Drayton, take my hand. Uh, uh, with his newly rejuvenated. That's probably not how you spell that, but I will fix it later. His newly rejuvenated appendage followed his master's command. But as he rose from the ground, as he rose from the soil, uh, but as he rose from the soil, the beast as he rose from the soil, the beast made its move. Grasping LaShawn with its teeth. Carrying him away. With his newly rejuvenated appendage, Drayton followed his master's command. Comma there. But as he rose from the soil, the beast made its move, grasping LaShawn with its teeth and carrying him away. Once it reached safety, the boy would be dinner. And that is where we're going to end it. So, with his newly rejuvenated appendage, Drayton followed his master's command. But as he rose from the soil, the beast made its move, grasping LaShawn with its uh, uh, I kind of want to describe the teeth. Grasping Lashon with its, I already said it has claws the size of butcher knives. So I feel like the teeth should be even worse. Um, go with katana shaped teeth. Grasping, grasping Lashon's shirt with its katana shaped teeth and carrying him away. Once it reached safety, the boy would be dinner. Okay, that is a good place to stop. We end on another cliffhanger. Very important. Every chapter, as you see, as I keep repeating, I'm ending it in a way that is designed to make the reader turn the page. I want the reader to be excited to read the next chapter. All these stories are being moved ahead by conflict, right? So in here, this whole chapter was moved by Wiggins coming in to save the day. So there's a conflict between him and the beast. Then we have more conflict between Drayton's understanding of what's going on and then his body healing. Then our next conflict is that LaShawn is rooted in place by fear and he can't move. And then bang, the monster's carrying him away now. So the next chapter, we're going to have Wiggins and Drayton pursue the beast, and now they have to save LaShawn. But that has been the episode of writing Dayton's Anointing. My gosh, have I? My goodness, what am I doing? Let's fix Drayton's Anointing. There we go. We'll save this. All right, this has been the episode. I hope that you all have learned something about writing by watching me write. And until next time, when we will continue this series, hope you all have a great day.